G'day guys, it's Mark and Dad here from North Oz, and we always do a little Sunday afternoon drive and we see what's kind of around, what's around Cairns, what's for sale in the used car lots, but also the new ones as well. And in the new car lots, we can see in the Ford dealership that they have just gotten some of these new Ranger Super Duties. So as you can see, they're starting to hit the floor here. These ones have got some different specs. So you can see that it's got these rear bumpers here with the all the sensors in there. So when they attach their trays, and when you do custom trays, you don't have to mess around with any of this technology in there. It's all included in there. So there's a little bit going on in here. I'll show you that. So you can see kind of underneath, the diffs look pretty chunky. The axles look pretty chunky as well, and that's a bit of a sore point with 79 series owners, me being included there, is that the axle load limits are very low, so you can't really do too much with them. So I'm not sure what the axle load limit is on these ones, but they are they look pretty beefy as well. And you can see that the wheels and tires that they come with are looking very beefy. So you've got this rear tray here. So this is an option that you can get with all these Rangers. So you can get this this kind of like, these different colors. You can get them optioned with a gray tray, I think, a standard sort of alloy color, and just I think gray, black, and standard alloy from memory. But you can option these on their website. But this is the Seismic tan one here, and then you've got the white there as well. So you can see it's got two different options. I think they're just trying to show customers what you can do with them. Dad, you want to stand next to it, because you did make a comment about how, and I did also make a comment on the very first video I made, talking about these vehicles, and it's about the height of the tray. So you can see that
the tray's pretty high. The tray is level of here. Now I'm about 5'8", 173 centimeters, and that tray, I mean, it'll be okay if you want to put a canopy on it, and you want to make it into that sort of vehicle.
But even then, canopies, like the canopies on my 79, it's not good to have them high, because if you have a drawer system, say for example here, if it starts here, and the top of your drawer is here, all of a sudden the top of your drawer is already at your eye limit.
So and I can't see how a tradie is going to be loading his tools and all that into the back of this.
It does have these tie downs in these stock trays here, so they're kind of, this one's got the under tray boxes. It's got the AdBlue there. You got the diesel filler there, which is kind of a bit, I don't know, that's kind of a bit dodgy, having the diesel filler neck there. I think that they probably could have done a better job of incorporating that into like a tray box or something. But if you're traveling through some places around Australia, you probably don't want to have your diesel filler neck just sticking out.
Very exposed, isn't it?
Yeah, but so the interiors of them look pretty nice, as you can kind of see. And again, sorry for the film quality today, guys. We're just doing it on the camera, but as you guys can see, the interior there, you got the cloth there and stuff, and you got these plastic handles and that. So the old plastic side view mirrors as well. And the fronts of these have got these color matched, well, not color matched, sorry, these are just your standard black sort of powder coated bars. So these ones have got ARB bars on them. Not sure if ARB worked with them from the factory, or if these have been optioned by this dealership in particular. But you can kind of see that they have that ARB bar there.
You think they might be trying to take on the Rams with the bigger?
That's exactly what they're trying to do.
Bigger height and the higher tray.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can buy an F-150. Pretty sure they got one for sale here actually for about 120k, but the F-150s is when you're starting to get up into that starting to get up into the 4.5, the 4-ton towing capacity. So these ones here and this one here is 120k drive away with the options that it's got on there. But so you can kind of tell that they are trying to take on that. They are trying to take on those heavier duty trucks, the Super Duties, getting close to it anyway, for that price of around 100 and 120. They're trying to undercut them. But I've seen F-150s for sale for about 120k. So it's a bit of a tricky situation, because it's like, well, what do you go with? Do you go with an F-150 or do you go with one of these? Because an F-150 is going to be a lot bigger, obviously, in the interior, but or do you go with one of these? So this one fully spec'd out the way it is about 120k.
So this is a towing capacity of 4.5 then.
Yeah, 4.5 towing.
And the Ram's about 5.
The Rams are around 4.5 as well. Yeah.
Okay.
So they're all kind of around the same. One thing I don't like on vehicles is when they do leave this kind of stock bar down there for all the electronics. That to me, I feel that looks tacky. That's my opinion anyway. I think that all that should be kind of incorporated in the tray, especially if they're trying to sell these from the factory, because all this is going to be a sticking point on the breakover angles and whatnot. So that to me, I think is a little bit of a letdown, especially like they probably could have cut it up here to give you a little bit more angle like they have in the front with the ARB bar. But yeah, I think that they probably could have done a bit of a better job there. They do have these rear tow hooks there. So yeah, I mean, this is coming from a 79 series owner, so you know what we're like, but these, they do look pretty good though. I must admit, they do look nice. I do like those fender flares. I'm not a huge fan of these flares in the front, those plastic ones, because they tend to break, because often they have plastic clips, which is a big reason why I got rid of my Hilux. But they do have these little clips here. You can see them that hold these on there. So hopefully that they are a little bit better quality. They look a bit more like a screw to me. But yeah, but apart from that, they got a safari snorkel on this one. But yeah, apart from that, they look pretty good. What do you think? What do you think, Dad? What do you reckon?
They look really slick, yeah.
Yeah, they do look slick. I like this seismic tan color, definitely my favorite.
I mean, it's to me, it's designed for off-road for sure. With the higher chassis and everything's higher.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Nice looking bull bars.
Yeah. They do look nice.
Yeah, it looks real nice.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, as these start to get modified and they start hitting, you know, the online stuff a bit more, as they have been in the last few weeks, but as they start to get a bit more popular and the bills start coming out on these, I'm sure you'll start to see a lot more content on these and you'll be able to make up your mind if you want to get one. To me, it's an intriguing thing, but I would say probably for about maybe 90k, it might be a little bit more reasonable. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not too sure about the 120k price on these. That's starting to get pretty close to the big dogs with their Ford, Rams, etc. Chevys, starting to get close. But you guys let me know what you think down in the comment section. For now, we kind of like these. Again, my initial suspicions of how high the tray is up, you know, how high that is, has kind of come true. So I kind of think that this is a little bit too high for a stock tray. But anyway, that was my original thoughts, and I think that's come to fruition. A lot of people said that I was a little bit out of my mind thinking that this is too high, but it is a bit high. I mean, you've got a Ranger Raptor here for comparison, and I'm going to try hold it as level as possible, and you can see the height difference there. It's about probably a good 150 mil lower, the loading capacity there, and yeah, kind of that loading height. So yeah, anyway, something to think about if you're buying one of these. But yeah, apart from that, I think that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. We'll give you a little update on our little car adventures. If you want to see more of these, make sure you subscribe, and we'll keep going around Cairns and doing our thing on Sundays. But yeah, apart from that, we'll see you in the next video.
See you in the next video.
So we found one here that's flat, and we'll show you. So that's the difference in height there.
Right there.
Yeah. So it gives you guys a bit of an idea as to how much higher that Ford Ranger Super Duty was. But yeah. So yeah, like I said, you know, compared to a standard vehicle, you're probably looking at about, you know, 150 mil higher. And then when you start including, you know, if you're parked on an angle or something like that, like, you know, the amount of times that I park my 79 on an angle and, you know, my drawers are up pretty high, you know, you consider that being an extra 150 mil up, and that could be a bit of a problem, you know, especially if you're talking about getting in and out of your vehicles all the time, you know, camping, etc. So could be a bit of a hassle.
Even for tradies loading their gear, I mean,
oh yeah,
the whole idea of having a tray that low is that you could get your stuff up there.
Yeah.
If your stuff's all the way up here, it makes it a lot harder to get everything up, especially if it's heavy.
Yeah.